Hi guys, once again this is Alfred from BinaryOptionsTutor.com. Um, Finally, we are ready to publicly release the Bigdaddy strategy, including the crosswalk indicator, which comes along with the Bigdaddy indicator. Um, this is our Twitter channel. Well, I don't think they call these channels the Twitter feed. I think that's what they call it. Um, In January of this year, we began trading the core strategy of the Big Daddy and sharing these in real time on our Twitter feed. We continue to do this roughly about 6 weeks. You can find the results right here in on our channel. We had no control of when the signals were released because when the signals came, the signals were automatically placed onto Twitter. Uh, Many a times we would come and do a recap of what happened with that particular speculative position. And we have no control over Twitter. It's a third party resource that's simply there to facilitate the actual getting the information out in a timely manner and keeping a proper record of what was actually released and what was actually the result. This is one thing that we done early at the top of this year to kind of create a checks and balance because in our opinion, things are getting out of hand and things have probably been out of hand for more than a decade when it comes to releasing trading related products. There are a lot of trades on here and in our forum, and you can actually see that we took the trades. You can actually see the real results. You can actually see this. If you're willing to take the time, or if you feel it's always necessary, guys, to take the time to do your proper research before you decide to make a purchasing decision on any product. That's just that's my little trading tip for today. Now, obviously, this built a lot of interest in the Big Daddy, and we wanted to refine the strategy just a bit more, and also to refine how to deliver the strategy and deliver the methodology graphically to you guys so that you can understand it is hopefully as well as we do. You know, uh, I want to cover a few things in very quickly, hopefully. We'll see. First, I want to talk about what we recently added over here, which is our QVS, the volatility samples. Guys, when you're trading, if you decide to purchase the Big Daddy, when you're trading this strategy, please be aware of the volatility that that's at least being kind of um, speculated on potentially being in the market. And what I'm getting at is right now you could look across these past 10 hours and you could see the dollar yen just getting lower and lower and lower and lower, and these numbers are coming out at the top of the hour. When you're seeing low volatility in your trading off of a Big Daddy chart, understand that obviously these numbers aren't going to be perfect. These numbers are not going to be exact because trading is not an exact science. But when you're seeing that there's not a lot of volatility, you're going to have to use your noggin and you're going to have to exclude yourself from scenarios where if you're on an EU-based broker, you would probably just end up with a very tight trade. How how tight? Well, we just saw dollar yen 6 pips back there. And honestly, if you looked at this area here down to, this is where the hour would end, around here. No, I'm sorry, around here, right there to there, that's 8 pips. And at the top of the hour, the volatility was already giving you a call for 6. When there's low volatility in the market, the trend, even if you spot the trend, it's not very strong. That's what I'm getting at with that. That's why we decided to add this component into the Bigdaddy strategy. What I believe happens a lot when it comes to trading is a lot of guys are out here stacking on a bunch of redundant indicators. You don't need an RSI and a CCI, and I'm being very opinionated here, just sharing my own personal opinions. What you're doing is looking at a lot of examples of the same thing and waiting for them all to agree, but they were the same thing in the first place, so why are you waiting for them to agree? That's not the methodology that we built the Bigdaddy on. We're building the methodology on more of a 3-dimensional idea, looking at things from a perspective of volatility, looking at things from a perspective of momentum, looking at things from a perspective of key triggers and destinations in the market. And we just need you guys to understand and make use of the tools that we're including with the Bigdaddy. I didn't talk as much in the ebook about the crosswalk indicator. Lots of guys, after I done that Nadex video a while ago, writing and asking about the crosswalk. If you haven't checked that video out, I go into more detail about the crosswalk indicator there. You can see sometimes you can use this crosswalk indicator, even standalone, to spot very early reversals. Even at the top, at the end of this candle here, there's a spot of a possible reversal right there. You could make the argument even here in this candle here, there's what ultimately after that 30-minute interim ended up being a reversal. But the Bigdaddy is not about reversal trading. We have the green arrow strategy for trying to get in and catch those very brief reversals in the market. This is all about trading in line with the trend, spotting strong moves where everything, as much as you can get, is on your side in trading those moves and letting the trend carry you along. That's what our strategy is about, guys. Again, you can look at a lot of the core results of the Bigdaddy strategy. They're available on our Twitter channel. I'll be posting more videos into this playlist, just like we've done with the green arrow. Some live trades, some tips, observations to help you. And again, guys, I want to invite you, if you decide to purchase this strategy, please make use of the chat room. If I'm not in the chat room, email me. Use the time that's on the volatility, the QVS volatility indicator on our site, and quote me a time, and if possible, I'll try and make time for you. Use the chat room to meet up and actually build a community of others, like-minded individuals that are actually trading this strategy. You'll find these things will improve your performance trading this in any strategy. But that was the mindset and that was the mentality of building, adding the chat area to our site. I'm gonna get off that soapbox there. And before we leave, I want to point something out. Right here, my chart, I've got my little bubbles on here for the round and whole numbers. I've got my lines on here the bubbles are for the pivots. The lines are for the round and whole numbers. If you do not see the lines for the round and the whole numbers when you initially load the BigDaddy template, I want you to right click, want you to go down and select indicators. Want you to go down here to round and whole numbers. Click edit. Don't worry about doing anything. Just click OK and just close. And the round and whole numbers will appear on your chart. There appears to be some type of glitch with the caching inside of MT4, and I've just noticed when we were doing this, releasing our prior indicators like the green arrow, that sometimes you have to refresh the chart before these lines for the round numbers show up. That's all I have, guys. I'd like to thank everyone in advance for helping to support the site, purchasing the BigDaddy strategy. Like I said, there's a lot of information already available, a lot of charts over weeks, data to look at on our Twitter channel. That was the BigDaddy strategy. We've been trading the BigDaddy strategy in its earlier amalgamation since last year. Of this time, there are a lot of people talking about the research they've put into a strategy. There are a lot of people talking about the results of their strategy, but there are very few people who can actually prove any of this rhetoric by actually showing you real third-party data that was released in real time based on whatever strategy they're seeking to sell you. That's as far as I'm going to be about that. Thanks again, guys, for checking out this video. Hope everyone enjoys the BigDaddy strategy. I'm always going to be available, as well as my brother, to help you with any technical issues or trading issues, and try and help everyone make the most that they possibly can of the BigDaddy trading strategy. Thanks again, guys. Once again, this is Alfred from BinaryOptionsTutor.com.